It is.
Now, Chris, why don't you get on this side here?
Yeah, it's better if you're straight ahead than coming at an angle. The black wing blue wing olive. And it's a fly that we start to see around June. It's a Baetis, but the wing is actually disproportionately longer than most mayflies. And the problem with tying conventional dry fly with a longer wing is that it'll spin on you. But if you use the CDC, it kind of acclimates itself to casting. It doesn't, twist up your leader and stuff. The fly definitely has a black wing, and whether this fly, when I cast it, lies sideways or the way it should be, it doesn't seem to matter for the trout. As long as they see the black wing, they seem to focus
Once you
in.
go black, you never go back.
Yeah. So they seem to key on it, and it's pretty effective fly. It's pretty simple to tie, and there's just a couple of pointers that I could show you on it that may help a little bit. The other thing is that this piece of muskrat I've had since 1970. And
Do you date your materials? I mean,
what's that?
do you date your materials?
No, but
Oh,
I remember.
I
I just remember I got it when I first started fly tying, and you don't see muskrat sold too much anymore on fly tying shops.
Looking for some.
And but it is out there, and I did recently locate some. But it's when I used to tie back in the 70s, I was tying a lot of Adams, and this is like the great color for Adams. It's that like grayish brown color. And it also happens to be a good color for this one particular Baetis. And with all the synthetic materials that you have out there, a lot of us forgot what it used to be to use fur. But fur is really, especially the animals that can swim, I mean, it's really great dry fly material. It dubs really well, and it's water repellent to a certain extent because a lot of these animals have natural oils on them. So, I'm starting to get back into using the furs. Another good one would be beaver, but muskrat, and I haven't in like over 40 years. I still haven't finished the last piece. I don't think this is muskrat, but it's pretty similar. I was going to try that out. Well, maybe muskrat, but the muskrat has a little longer hair than the other ones. The guard hairs on the muskrat also are very useful. Sometimes for the there's a fly called the RS2, which is pretty similar to this fly, and they use the guard hairs for the tails. And it's kind of a neat material. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you. I'm going to tie, well, if you don't mind, I'm going to tie on a size 22, or you think 18? Let's see.
18 would be better.
Okay, all right.
You just want a fly you can use again.
Yeah, well, this pattern you could go from 18 to probably size 24, so I guess why not tie an 18 so you can see it. Alright, the olive part of this fly is the thread really, since I'm going to be using this for dubbing and then the black for the wing, so just, tie the thread mid-shank and wrap towards the bend. Rolling around a little bit. Okay. This is Coq de Leon, which I like for the tails. It has the nice markings on it, the sparkling on it. You don't need a whole bunch of them.
So you put a tail on a tailless insect.
The blue-winged olive has a tail.
Oh, I thought you were tying a caddis.
No.
Oh, okay.
That was half hour ago. I was
Oh,
talking
okay.
about, and that was a stonefly. But you were close. Like I said, the olive thread's really my abdomen here, so the blue-winged olive is a generic name that we use for a lot of insects, and the olive varies from species to species of which insect it is, but you all have some kind of an olive hue to it. All right, that's my abdomen. This I got from Trout Hunter, and even though the bag's full and I probably won't live long enough to finish it, I'll probably buy the next bag if I see it, because his stuff is really good quality CDC. Some of the companies you get out there aren't. I use, especially on an 18, I'll use 2 feathers, and I just kind of line them up as best I can where the tips are, even, and then I'll kind of clump everything down. On the size 24, I would only use 1 feather because it just gets, you don't need all that much. And like I said, the wing is a little on the long side here, so I'll tie it on long, and if need be, that's pretty good actually. I'll tie about 2 wraps here. Then before I even cut this off, what I'll do is I'll come behind it as well, and I'll leave my thread there. And when I bring this down, it kind of stands up the wings a little bit, and then I'll wrap over the fibers again. And when this wing gets wet, it kind of, CDC, as you know, comes together, and it gives more of a shape of a mayfly wing. But I like it kind of flared out like this when it's dry. It's easier to see until it, trout get a hold of it.
So you're not standing it up straight?
No, it's angled at a
Okay.
45-degree back. Matter of fact, right now it's actually a little bit too far back, so you'll see what I do with it. Again, this is the muskrat, muskrat love, huh? It's a Captain and Tennille song.
That's it.
And just slide it up right to where you want to be. You work this up. Again, bring the wing forward so you can get some material behind it. And that kind of gives, see, it just gave it a little bit of space rather than being right on top of the tail. And maybe another turn as well. There we go. Now the RS2, which is Rims, what I forgot his last name. That's what the RS stands for. It's pretty similar to this, except his tail will be, the guard hairs for the tails, and he splits them. You could use woodchuck as well for tails, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I left my whip finisher home, and this is a perfect reason. No, why you have to know how to go without one, which is pretty simple to do anyway. People say, why do you hand tie? Well, because sometimes you forget to bring your instruments. So, and again, you could double finish it, and there she be, the black wing blowing olive, and it's like I said, pretty simple to do, and